What's going on, everyone? It's the Monday after our 2-day special at Golden Spike Speedway, the AJC special. Bring karting back again. Quick shout out to Mr. Adam Johnson. From January till the event, he never let us forget about it. He did fantastic promoting it, fantastic getting the Blue Earth involved, just fantastic getting a national photographer there, just fantastic. Was honored to go there. Knew going there, start our season out. Of course, we started out with a bang at one of the biggest events in the area, with Corey and Ryan, and was very humbled. I had a game plan already going into place. We were on there a few times, kind of knew what we needed to do, and of course Friday night we were pretty good. We were right there, mixing it up with everyone, and at one point Corey was fifth in the 375 Friday night show, and then a guy unfortunately had to use his nose, and that's the sucky part, that some people think you just have to use your nose instead of just racing, and everyone's got their opinion on it, and that's not what this is for, so we're not going to keep going on that. But Corey ended up getting past and ended up seventh, but at one point he was fifth, and that's really cool to feel that running with the competitors we were with. And of course, only our second showing in that recon. And then we went into Saturday. Of course, it rained. I don't think it rained as much as I think it rained more than what they were predicting. And of course, that was the talk of tires, and yeah, I guess learned a lot. Learned why people were doing what they were doing, and of course, I tried it too. And running a newer / softer set of tires, I think we did good, and I now understand why these teams have 30, 40, 50 sets of tires with them for these different types of conditions, especially if it's a track or condition that you've never really ran before. And so we worked with what we had, and of course practice was really good. Corey went out there for the minicon on Saturday, and that kart freaking rolled right away, with that right front bar that we built into it. So it was like, oh yeah, we got something there. And then I noticed where the groove was and what people were doing. Of course, the track was greasy at the time, and I was like, Corey, I think we need to be able to get off the bottom of 2. We need to stay a little lower than everyone else. Maybe not hammer the throttle as quick in the center, so you can get that drive and that pull on the bottom. And I messed up there, because unfortunately Corey did exactly what I said, and he was really getting good runs off that corner, compared to a lot of other people, but it was slowing him down. And for us not qualifying much, that was a whole learning experience itself. And for me, literally watching Corey go out there, and after the 360 qualifying, Corey is 0.9 off the pace. I went here. I went here big time. Started doubting everything. I knew what I was doing, and that was a tough. And I sat down in the trailer, and my dad talked to me. He was like, "Hey, you got to keep on doing what you're doing. Stick to your game plan. Don't overthink this." And I started kind of punching tires and started thinking, okay, why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? And one of the reasons, all of a sudden, it hit me. I made Corey be too cautious, and I walked up to Corey when he got back up in our pit area in our tent, and I looked at him and I said, "Forget everything I freaking told you today. Forget it all. I want you to build some big old kahunas, and I want you to go out there in this next final run and fucking send it." I said, "Oh, we got nothing to lose," and at that point we thought there was still 29 competitors, and I had him go out last, and he got freaking 3 or 4 times quicker, and it put him 14th out of 16 because they took the top 16. And I shit you not, we won the race. People probably were looking at us like these guys are freaking nuts, but Corey was screaming, yeah, I was screaming, yeah. At one point I hugged my dad and I fucking started tearing, because that I was in such a low, and to be able to put himself into the big race, that was the goal, was to get in the big race, and we qualified in. It was just like, oh my God, we did it. And then, of course, later on, we found out that there was only 21 competitors and this and that. But it can't still take that feeling away from me. Still can't take that feeling away from me. So at that point, I looked at Corey and I said, you know what? The hard work's done. I want you to go enjoy these final 3 races. And he had a fantastic showing in the 340 class with that minicon. I think that's going to be a pretty good kart for this class. I figured it would be. He was third at one point and kind of slipped up and finished fourth. But he was right there, turning the same lap times as the top 2. Just needed track position. 360, freaking wheeled it too. Battled with Moser, and a few other guys. Came across line underneath Donahue going for 5th, which was pretty cool. And then of course he ended up starting 12th in the big show. 2 of them pulled out, so there's only I think 19 out there. And Corey got shuffled back on the start. And then kind of worked himself back, and then we only ended up getting 31 laps out of 40. Mr. Gregory, Gavin Gregory, and Johnny Scott, man, those guys are rolling, and lapped Corey, and then Corey ended up pulling off after that, and we got 11th. We were 1 spot out of the money in all 3 classes. So to us, that was a win. It's humbling to know that I have sources I can lean on when I need to. I've developed these relationships with people that they don't have to give me information at all. And like I went and talked to someone today on Saturday morning before we got going, because there's a prep that I got that I literally have never used. I bought it for recommendation for GSR, but I've never used it. So I wanted to go, hey, well, why would you run this, or why would you run this? And that's when I kind of found out what was going on and this and that, and it makes sense to me. And I've even now, like, thinking about it with my tires, could have I, instead of going the direction everyone went with their harder tires, with their old hard tires, could have I, with my newer style tires, went with this style prep to achieve close to the same thing? And it's one of those, I guess I'm going to have to try it at some point if that ever comes, and just see. But Corey came off the track and was like, I have to trust it. I have to trust the tires, because 4 years we've been running no prep, so it's like you're kind of babying a little bit. You know, you can't be. I told him, I said, fucking send it. Lean on it. Lean on that right rear. Lean on that right front. And I showed him after that 360 feature. I said, yeah, look at that tire. It's feathered, but you weren't burning the edges off, so clearly you weren't pushing. We weren't. You know what I mean? It was pretty good. So I'm very happy with the results. I think my whole family is. I mean, we're so pumped to get ready for Brookings. Corey was a little bit slower in the 375. I actually switched right side tires, just a set of tires I was prepping throughout the day, and because of 40 lap run, I thought, we'll run these instead. And it was like, I'm watching him, and he's just a little tight in this, just before center, and I'm like, shit. They were duroing the same. And I was like, damn it, I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have scuffed them, and because they were used tires already. And come to find out, Corey's we thought we had this rectified, but he was losing brake pressure. Pedal was going as far, the pressure wasn't there, and I truly think he just, when he was trail braking, it just wasn't responding like he thought. So he was actually entering a little differently than he was prior, and I do think that's why he was about 2/10 off the pace he was turning in the 360 race. But so we're gonna rectify that. I've already been talking to Chad Waller, and I took some pictures, and we've got a game plan in place. Corey's gonna take care of that this week. So but we're getting ready now. We got my daughter, Corey's daughter, and then Ryan running the Golden Spike opener here at the end of the week, and the weather's looking good. So I'm pretty excited to get everyone out there, and Corey can work on his daughter, I can work on my daughter, and then all of us can also focus on Ryan and kind of keep helping him build his racing portfolio and getting the feel of the kart and the new engine and all this stuff. So positivity, that's what it is. So if you made it this far, I appreciate it. Sorry the video's so long, and yeah, I'll catch you all on the flip side.